The Detroit Lions saw their final path to the postseason disappear at home with a hard-fought loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers, a game that ended in frustration, confusion, and heartbreak. Detroit battled until the final snap, but the 29-24 defeat officially closed the door on their playoff hopes and left the fanbase replaying one controversial moment over and over. Everything came down to the final play. With the clock expiring, Amon-Ra St. appeared to make a miraculous catch that looked like it could seal a dramatic win. Instead, officials threw a flag for offensive pass interference, ruling that St. had pushed off during his route. The whistle blew, the celebration paused, and chaos followed. The ruling was reviewed, discussed, and briefly misunderstood by almost everyone watching. Some thought the touchdown stood. Others thought the game was over immediately. In the end, the call wiped out Detroit's final chance, and the game ended without another snap. The confusion was not limited to fans. Goff admitted after the game that even on the field, the situation was unclear. He knew a penalty had been called, but for a moment, there was hope it might go against Pittsburgh. When that hope faded, reality hit quickly. Goff's post-game comments drew attention because players are not allowed to publicly criticize officiating. Still, emotions were raw, and Goff didn't hide his feelings. He referred to the call as a bad one while also acknowledging how difficult officiating can be and how calls often swing both ways over the course of a season. His tone was measured, but honest, and it put him under the microscope as the league reviewed post-game remarks. When the NFL released its weekly discipline report, the verdict was clear. There would be no fine and no punishment for Goff. The league chose restraint, recognizing that frustration in moments like that is human, especially when a season ends on a single disputed call. It was a rare moment of leniency that resonated with fans who understood exactly where Goff was coming from. Looking back, Goff explained that when he saw St. stay on his feet, he believed there was still a chance. If the penalty had gone the other way, the Lions might have walked away with a win. Instead, the call stood, and the season ended. Now Detroit faces an offseason filled with reflection. They were close, painfully close, to keeping their season alive. That makes the loss sting even more. The questions ahead will be difficult, but the disappointment of this ending will linger as motivation for what comes next.